Good morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Now, we are still basically set up exactly the same way we were when we ended yesterday's little short 8K special regarding the LED that we glued down. Now, I can honestly say I have not poked at it yet to see how strong it is. We're going to leave that for this evening. I want to get back to the Iowa. Now, my prediction will be, however, that this plastic that this LED is made of is possibly the same kind of plastic as the lid of the extra thin. I remember a long time ago I heard a joke. Somebody said something to the effect of, this glue will stick to anything. And the person that they said it to said, well, then how do you get the lid off? Now, maybe I saw it in an old movie, I don't know. But anyway, I never forgot that. How would you get the lid off if the glue sticks to everything? Anyway, plastics, they're a marvelous thing. Yeah, different types. Some that'll stand real high heat. Anyway, now, I'm going to clean up here, and we're going to rearrange everything. The only thing I've done this morning, and I'm getting a bit of a late start, as you can see. The only thing I did was I went over our Iowa. By the way, it's over there on the far wall where the TV used to be. And I measured the dry dock to see how long is the dry dock. We got a comment from Mark. Every once in a while, a good idea comes out of Australia. Surprise, right? I thought only Canada had good ideas. Okay, now, Mark was suggesting, why don't we let gravity be our friend? Yeah, we're having trouble getting that little anchor chain down to that little, I don't know what you call it, right by the Wildcat. So I measured it. The dry dock is 55 inches long. And when it comes to doing measuring like that, I gotta think in inches. I can't think in millimeters anymore. I guess that would be 1.5 meters. Anyway, 55 inches is it might be less than 55 inches from this tabletop to the ceiling, and I haven't tried it. We're going to find out here. I'm just going to quickly do it while you're watching. Oh, I will put the fisheye lens on though, so that you can see the. You might call it maybe a fiasco when I try to get the Iowa standing up on its end. I'm going to have to fasten it down into the dry dock so it doesn't fall out. Wouldn't that be something? I don't know. I have a tendency to show everything. I don't know if I would show that if that happened. I probably would. Okay, let's see. Where does 55 inches come? Now, I don't want to have the thing standing completely perpendicular. Although that might be the best if I was to tie it into the dry dock. Well, let's stop talking about it. Okay. We're going basically straight up here. Now I've got a stippled ceiling, so I got to be careful I don't go poking around too much up there. I'm going to have a whole bunch of little stipply stuff coming down on my table. Now, okay, that's it. Oh, it's taller than I thought. This is 63 inches. So 55, yeah, I'll have about, I just saw something fall down here. Did you see that? Stippled ceilings used to be the thing way back, I guess this house was built around 79, something like that. Anyway, stippled ceilings were the in thing. Now they're not in anymore, and the work to try and get the stippling off a ceiling now to make it smooth, what a job. I kind of went through that a little bit with the bathroom down in the basement there where the workshop is. It had a stippled ceiling, and then to get that stippling off later when we tried to, you might say, remodel the bathroom. Oh, that was terrible. We do crazy things, you know, in the name of style. Anyway, let's get our. Well, first of all, I'm gonna have to clean up this horrendous mess here, and then we'll get our fisheye on, and we'll see if we can stand it up. And I will be careful, so don't get all ready to comment in. Oh, this is not a good idea. Well, it's not a good idea, but it's fun. Well, as you can see, time is getting away on us here. I've been messing around doing silly things like creating countdown timers. I get a kick out of doing stuff like that. I'm trying to get it so that it's not so predominant on the screen when the video first starts getting going, and yet it's still there. I think it's kind of a fun thing, counting down for the clunk. Okay. I think what we got to do here now is we're going to have to get our fisheye lens on, get rid of some of our wires here, and I think we're going to be able to run it up in the gantry there. Okay, for you camera buffs, this is the fisheye lens. It's not a Nikkor lens or a Nikon lens. I think it's made by a company. I think they pronounce it Rokinon or something like that. Yeah, this is the fisheye lens. Weird looking lens. Takes in 180 degrees horizontally. Vertically, top to bottom, maybe 160. I'm just guessing. Lots, anyway. Makes everything look weird. When I'm off to the side, it makes me look fat. When I'm straight in the middle, I sort of look better. Okay, let's get it on here. I'm gonna have to rearrange. Okay, I'm realizing that the lighting of the ceiling is not real good. However, I think you get the idea. I've got a little cord here. I don't want this whole thing to come falling out of the cradle. Now maybe these hoops would help hold it in, but maybe not. But let's rearrange our setup here just a little bit. Just move this back, and what I want to do is put something in the bow here. Pardon my reach. I think one of these little blocks should just nicely fit in there, and that way when it rears up and the nose or the bow is on the pointing down, which is what we want, and the model slides forward, it'll come up against this block. So let's just do that here. I think we can just slide it. It should slide without damaging anything. There, it's up against that block now. Now what I want is, I better move my coffee here. There, you can see our Texas better. Okay, I'm just going to tie it down, and we'll move our perspective here. What do we call this guy? Was it Pete? Pete the Sailor? Okay, we'll move Pete the Sailor here. And I have to be so careful when I'm moving this thing because I forget sometimes just how big it is. And then you're moving one end and you're staring around down here and you don't realize that about 3 miles at the other end is stuff is getting busted on you. Now we want to tie this where it's not going to do any damage, like right there maybe. Now all I want is just to have this so that it won't just fall right out. I don't need to tie a real tight knot or nothing like that. And it's been so long since I was in Boy Scouts that I've forgotten how to tie a proper knot. But at least this will help now. I'm not anticipating it, you know, rearing up and wanting to fall out this way anyway. Do I have to move anything else here? Let's just see what's going to happen. As long as we're up and running, there's really not a whole anything left to do except try and put it in place. If I'm acting like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because this is the first time I'm doing this. It's completely unrehearsed, and it may not work. It may not work, folks. Now, very careful, Ron. Very careful. Yeah. I don't want to become the laughing stock of the YouTube model making. Is there anything going to fall off there? I heard something rattle. I think, oh, that was our anchor chain. Okay, sorry. Got to pause here. Probably wouldn't have damaged it if it fell on the floor, but with my luck I'd probably go to grab it or something and drop everything, or maybe step on it, forget it's there. Okay, here we go. This is the idea. Mark, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be driving to Australia and talking to you. Let's see. I want to be able to get the camera in like this to see what we're doing. Now, is this going to fall out of there if it completely stands on end? What will damage if it goes too far that way? I'm hearing stuff rattling. Am I losing parts or something? Okay. I think I can bring the camera and lighting and everything in this way so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I mean, that's part of the fun here. Oh, I almost lost our little screens. Well, I didn't lose them, so I guess there's no use worrying about what didn't happen, right? Okay, let's get the fisheye lens off and get our normal lens back on. And just see how this is going to work here. Is this going to actually work, or is the Wildcat? I'm looking now. I'm thinking maybe the Wildcat might be in the way. Okay. Okay. I guess if I was smart, I'd do something with our little screens here before I lose them. And I'm going to call it quits for today here. And the reason being is there's stuff I want to do this afternoon. One of them is I want to give myself a haircut. And I got busy doing other stuff a while ago, so where's the clock? Hey, you can't see the clock. That's no good. Alright, that's better. Yeah, I'm slipping. Okay, I'm going to wind her up. When we drop the chain down and how it goes. Okay, looking at it now, I'm thinking that I might have to lean this whole thing this way so that well, we'll worry about it. It'll be in probably tomorrow's rollback. And then this evening we got to break off the little light bulb or LED and see how well it's going to stick on the plastic. But that's going to be later too. So yeah, I want to give myself a haircut and have a nice hot steam shower and just sort of relax. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well. Oh, you probably noticed I did put a little towel there, so if this whole thing kind of accidentally, for some reason, decides it's going to come forward, you know, it'll bang into the paper towel, or the cloth towel. Yeah, I think it's time for me to quit. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow.